Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. Now, when I'm recording this, it's Christmas Eve, so I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas first of all. As I said in the title of this video, this is Troll Tactics. So this is a game where I'm not playing too seriously. I was doing a bit of smurfing, and sometimes I just like to have a little bit of fun and not play too seriously. So this is one of those games where I'm just having a bit of a mess on and just trying out things. Not tactics I'd ever use in a serious match, just wants to have a little bit of fun. We are playing on the Hills of Eyes. It's a 2v2 match. I'm playing as the allies on the top of the map with my teammate, and we've got two players on the south of the map, Paradius and Cleaner. Of course, they don't know who I am, and I'm not going to be playing like I normally do. Yeah, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. It's going to be 2024 in a week's time, and as people have probably noticed, I've been uploading quite a lot recently, and I'm probably going to look to try and do the same into 2024, probably 3 videos a week if possible. Maybe get a couple more quick match videos in there as well. I just haven't played too much of that recently. But yeah, I probably might be trying some other videos. I'm going to do a big push in 2024 to get 1k subscribers, because I've got about 560 odd at the moment, so hopefully that'd be a good target if I could reach that over the year. I don't know if I will be able to, but it's just nice to aim for something. And you can see I've got the problem of playing allies and having the civilians on this map. For those of you who don't know this map, there are these AI controlled civilians in the middle of the map, and they do cause a little bit of hassle. This one's in particular has got a nuke, and you can just see how much damage he's doing to the buildings there. What I'll probably do at this point is I'm going to need to produce some tanks and possibly make a pillbox just to get rid of him. Yeah, he's back on the field now. He's just chasing that ore refinery, ore truck, I mean. So I'm just going to bring that down here so I can sort of deal with him before he goes up and destroys that ore refinery. But yeah, and yeah, you can just see I'm distributing my ore trucks at the moment, and also, ooh, he got destroyed anyway. Well, I got rid of the civilian, but that was a bit of a nightmare. Not really what you want to see near the start of the game. Usually what happens is people play as the Soviets, but for what I want to do, the Soviets wouldn't really work as well. I'm going to be doing a bit of Chronosphere in, multi-MCV in as well. So that's the plan anyway. I'm just getting that extra ore refinery up, and then what I'm going to be doing is getting my service depot soon. I'm just going to get an ore silo, because you can sort of catches up quite quickly. And I'm getting my service depot. And what my service depot will allow me to do is make my MCVs, of course, so I can get some of them and get faster building speed, which will help me a bit. And that's my teammate there. He's got a couple of pillboxes at one side of his base, probably assuming to defend against the civilians. And he'll also be needing to defend the bridge. And yeah, I'm going to be getting, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting my radar dome, I'm going to be getting my tech center, I'm going to be getting my chronosphere. The tech center obviously gives me satellite, which will allow me to see the whole map, and the chronosphere will allow me to instant transfer things to different parts of the map, as long as it's like a unit that can move around, and not not infantry. They die. I've tried that before, once upon a time. So now we'll get my tech center. I think everyone does. On this map, most people get tech centers and stuff like that. It just makes it so much easier. And you can see my teammate there putting a tank block on the bridge. So that it's a cleaner, I think, playing as a red. And we're going to go with our chronosphere now, and you can just see I'm starting to build up that multi-MCV numbers. Now, the reason this is a bad idea usually is because you can get attacked through the middle quite early on. You can also get attacked from the right, and you might need to help your ally. And I'm getting, one of the good things about the tech center as well, apart from getting satellite, is you can start being able to put up these radar jammers. And what it means is even if your opponent has satellite, they won't be able to see the parts of your base. And that's really important, especially if they start to build planes or helicopters, because they can do, obviously, yeah, if you don't have air defences, you're not going to do that well. Yeah, I'm just getting a tank down there. Just what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build a little wall down here, just to defend against, well, to stop the civilians running up that part. If I can make them just run up, like the right side. I'm just going to be blocking like the little entrances with walls. The civilians can't do anything about the walls, so it's always a good defense to do. And what we can see actually is that red seems to be mounting an attack on yellow, so we're going to try and help them. This is one of the bad things about not having like many tanks. I can't do too much, but I'm sending the tanks that I've got over. But it looks like, unfortunately, red have broken through, so that's really bad. At least yellow's got an MCV, so hopefully he'll be able to get that away. And yeah, those tanks are just going to the side just to stop his MCV escaping up there. I can't see where his MCV is at the moment, but what we'll do is we'll just try and destroy as many of these tanks as possible. You can see he's gone for a lot of like tanks early on. And yeah, that's unfortunate. You can see though, yellow, thankfully, his MCV is okay, and he's moving it to the left side of the map. So even if he loses his base on this part of the map, he's still going to be able to get over to the left side. And we can see that Paradius from the middle, Cyan, is coming up with his heavy tanks. He's playing as the Soviets. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a turret defense. And I can build the turrets quite quickly because of all my MCVs. So we've sort of just got a wall here being formed. And we can see he's making his way over. I've got some tanks as well to defend. I'm going to put them sort of like in with the turrets. And let's see what he tries to do here. And he's going to try and push through. So that's quite interesting there. That's going to absolutely wreck his tanks quite a bit. Yeah, he's got a lot of pain. Yeah, you can see some of them are on red, some of them are on yellow. It's quite hard when you try and force your tanks through a big a turret wall and a tank wall. And what he's going for is my MCV, which I don't mind. I've got about, 4 there. I've got about 4 deployed as well. So I'm not going to be too bothered about losing one. And yeah, that's a lot of tanks going down there, heavy tanks. He's destroyed some power plants as well, but nothing important. And we're okay, we've survived that attack. And I'm just bringing those like MCVs just to places so I can deploy them. And just rebuild a little bit of my defences. So I'll just get that there. So what I'm going to need to look at now is I've got cyan, but I've also got red. So I'm going to need to look for if there's any weaknesses I can exploit at this point in the game. Because there's a few things I've got. My chronosphere is ready to transport. And I'm just going to build some power so I'm not, yes, I don't lose that. Sometimes when you build things at other sides of the map, you just have to be wary of the power, because obviously if you run out of power. Let's have a look at red anyway. And what we can see is red has no pillboxes. He has no defences in his base. And what that does is if I can get an MCV down there and get, let's say, a Tanya, that's going to be really, really... Oh, yeah, built that. If I can put a Tanya in his base, she could do a lot of damage because there's absolutely nothing to defend against a Tanya. So what I'm going to do is I've almost built a Tanya. I've got a barracks built. And we can see that red hasn't got much in his base at the moment in terms of defences, or like in other tanks. He's got no defences in terms of other buildings. And what we're going to do is we're going to start building the Tanyas now. And immediately he sees, but what I'm doing is I'm building Tanyas. That Tanya got past. I'm going to destroy the barracks to try and get no infantry. And this is looking good for us at the moment. Because I tried to get, because infantry can do a bit of, like obviously quite a bit of damage. Tanks have to really squash her. And we're doing a massive amount of damage at the moment. You can see I'm sort of going for the main structures. And we've got lots of Tanyas being built from the barracks there. And you can see he's bringing some infantry down. Yeah, they're going to cause a bit of a nuisance, but we're going to get that... obviously that there. And we've got 2 more buildings in space. Now, he has got his MCV away, but this will be a massive bonus for us. And we can see we've destroyed the whole of his base bar his MCV. And the question is at this point, does he have enough funds in order to build an ore refinery? Because he's been building a lot of like tanks, he's obviously been constantly streaming them in. And if he was at his limit, then he won't be able to build back up. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute or two, because we'll see his small power plant and his ore refinery being built if he can. You can see they've used an awful lot of ore as well. I think he did have a large number of ore trucks, so so he would be. So he's used a lot on that right ore patch. And what we can see at the moment is our ore's doing okay at the moment. You can see that yellow's managed to establish a bit of himself at the back of my base. So he'll be able to start building back up. But we can see that Cyan Paradius is going up to the north of the map. Now, I am wondering whether he's going to try and attack me through that narrow gap. He would have been able to see it because of the red tank there, so he does have visibility on that part of the map. I don't think he's got tech center, so he can't see the whole of my base, which means he's going in a bit blind compared to us, as we can see everything in our opponent's bases. You can see red, it looks like he doesn't have enough funds for another power plant and another ore refinery, so at the moment he's just playing a defensive role. He has got a number of tanks left, so that's going to pose us a little bit of a problem, which probably means we're going to be better off going into his base with something. And we can see that Cyan is starting to move up to the north of the map. He's got those tanks right at the top, and he's got these tanks joining them. Now I'm wondering where he's going to attack, because I'd never advise going for that north part. It's just such a narrow gap. Unless he does a two-pronged attack. Maybe tanks from the north side of the map, then tanks through the other part. So we'll have to see what he decides to do. But I do have a good number of tanks defending my base, and I've also got a good number of turrets. So it will be interesting. And I've also got an MCV there. What I'm going to do is, while Cyan is on the attack, as he is now, I'm probably going to need to attack red while he's distracted. So we're getting these tanks here. And you can see this is quite smart actually from Cyan. He's gone through the middle, through the ore patch. And that means he's going to be able to destroy my ore trucks on the way. So that is actually doing quite a bit of damage for me. And what I'm going to do while he's distracted is I'm going to move my MCV here. And we've set it up, so now it's time to build turrets. And you can see, unfortunately, Cyan has noticed. I was going to try and build up a little bit more and then just surprise them, but it doesn't seem to have worked. I thought, because since Cyan was attacking at the north part of the map, that he was going to be distracted at that point. I was bringing my tanks down as well, but and it seems that red has been destroyed, because that was the only building he had, so he's lost the number of tanks he had. And yes, I'm getting a bit more than I bargained for with Cyan. He's building Tesla, he's got a lot of heavy tanks, and this attack isn't going to work, so I'm going to need to pull back to my base. Because he has got a few tanks left here. I probably underestimated how long they'd last. So what I'm going to start doing is building turrets. You can see they're building a little bit slower now because I've lost some of those MCVs, so I don't have as much of the bonus building speed. But you can see my teammate has got some tanks left, and he's helping me defend against these heavy tanks. A lot of them are on low HP, so they're going to go down pretty quickly. And I've still got an MCV left essentially, but I don't have a war factory, so he should have probably gone. He wouldn't have got it, but he could have gone for that other MCV there. Right, so I'm okay. I mean, I've got that MCV left. I can build up a bit. What I'm going for first is, and what you should always go for, is the power, because power is everything. You need power to be able to build things at normal speed, so that's the most important thing to rectify once you've undergone an attack. And you can see we've still got some of those civilians coming from the middle of the map. They just come all game unless we destroy them. And we're just going to try and rebuild our war factories so we can start reproducing tanks. I've obviously got my ally there, in yellow, he's been able to build back up a little bit, so hopefully he'll be able to get up his tank numbers as well. But now it's only Paradius by himself. He is well established though. At the bottom of the map, I wasn't able to do much damage to him at all. And you won't see me doing this often, no, but I'm going to be using that service depot. You can see he's using scout planes there just to have a look at what's in my base, I guess. But he probably already knows. Now, with service depots, if you do use them to repair tanks, they are much more cost effective than actually buying new tanks, so it is worth doing, especially when you've got a lot of red tanks like I do at my base currently. As I say, it's very, very rare that I'm able to use it. And you can see it looks like yellow's making me aware. So it looks like cyan are coming from the left side. Now this is a horrible spot to attack from. I've attacked from there before. Because it's just so narrow, the gap you have to go into. And you can only put a few tanks in at a time. So hopefully we should be able to defend that with ease. And this is going to pretty much be a good game, because once we defend against this, he's going to have nothing left. And you can see they're just getting absolutely demolished. We're not losing much here. And he does actually tap out at this point. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Building. Mission